at 9 and 12:30.
You're on.
Is this all of us?
Yes.
Okay. What's the clock at?
It's past
Yeah,
time.
we're on.
It's time.
We're late.
Yeah, we're
Well, I'll call the meeting to order. We have any guests today? Visitors?
We do not.
No?
We don't consider them guests. They're family.
We'll take a few minutes to look over the minutes of last meeting. If no corrections or objections, I'll entertain a motion to approve them.
So moved.
Anthony, Angie. Motion carried. Financial report.
I just wanted to make one comment. There is your cash balances and the bond schedule, and I added to that the CDs so that you can see the balance of the CD, the maturity date, what rate we're getting right now, and what term it's on. I'm just going to start adding that onto each quarterly cash and, cash balances sheet. So if y'all have any questions about any of that, just holler at me.
Anyone have any questions? No, I'll take a motion to approve the financial.
I'll make a motion to approve financials.
Second.
Motion made second, all in favor?
Aye.
Old business.
Okay, there is a report included in your packet from Retail Coach from the last meeting that we had with them, and which was basically immediately following our meeting that we had last. So hopefully there'll be a meeting in the next 1 to 2 weeks, and we'll be able to give you an additional update. Gospel, the final gospel was held on October 11th. The crowd was down a bit, but there was a lot of activity that night going on all over the county. I thought it's been a very successful season, and we're already brainstorming for next year. So Angie is on that committee with me, and we'll get together and talk about some different options. Yeah, I did too. It was great. Parks and Rec. Does everyone have a summary from Tammy? Okay. If you have any questions, or Tammy, if you have anything to add to that?
Just a reminder, this weekend, they're doing Fit as a Fiddle pumpkin walk, and it'll be there at Bevel Park, right there by the drive, or the walkway that takes you from the parking lot over to the softball. It'll be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings. It should be pretty good. Brandy's been working really hard on it.
Okay, thank you. So that takes us to pickleball. Do we have any updates on the additional?
From what I understand, Scotty said it was going to take a while for him to get all the figures together. Not that
Okay.
Scotty. Huh. Scotty's.
Okay.
Mark.
Do you think we'll be able to get that done by spring, or is that just kind of waiting?
I think that's the ultimate goal.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions for Tammy?
The pumpkin walk, what is that exactly? I've seen it
Have you ever been to
advertised.
the Iroquois Park one? Have you seen it
I've
advertised?
not, but I've seen it advertised.
That's
yeah.
Brandy's goal.
Oh, okay.
It's right now, it's just free of charge for anybody to come over there and look. We have 5 businesses, and each business is supplying 10 pumpkins, and they're going to do a theme. They had to register their theme, so they'll have a theme for their section, and of course, there'll be trophies involved for the winners and stuff. She's planning on doing an archway of pumpkins, and the trail's going to be lit up with different types of decorations along with the pumpkins.
Okay, so at dusk, that's when it begins?
At dusk, and then I think she's going to stop at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And then we're going to go ahead and have the gates locked so we don't have any pumpkins that have fall fur.
They lock 'em.
Yeah.
They lock it every night.
I'm sorry?
They lock it every night anyway, don't they?
Yeah.
They're supposed to.
I'm gonna go.
We're just going to make sure that it does get locked for this weekend.
Is everybody's mic on?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Mayor, did you want me to talk about the rec center report from Ryan, or do you want to fill in on that from the committee? Okay. Okay, and fill in if I leave anything out. Basically, Ryan sent a text apologizing that he couldn't come, and he said they did have a meeting and that they're currently in the process of getting final costs to do a pro forma and a feasibility study. They're going to ask 4 different partners to hopefully get involved with that and help offset the cost. And for us, he would love for us to go on and commit up to $5,000 toward those 2 studies so that the process is installed, because our meeting isn't until the end of November.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion made and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you. That takes us to Halloween Safe Spot, which is Angie's event.
We have, I think, 22 vendors set up, signed up already, and they are calling every day. So I look for it to be a good night. I think we've got some good people coming. We've got several new ones that's coming out, so I'm excited.
Good. I've purchased our candy for our booth. I just need to stay out of it, so. I got a lot. I do not have any other old business, if anyone else has. Okay.
I didn't hear you.
Do you have any other old business to discuss?
No.
Okay.
Anyone else? Old business?
When, the retail coach thing, I'm going back to that. When do we have to revisit that? Because I'm trying to remember last time we talked about it, the contract. Was that July that we recommitted to them?
So we could not put it in our budget for next fiscal year. I can't remember the exact date on the contract. I would have to look. It may
Okay.
be like, I think they started like April, May, June, and they did a few months for free, I think, just to keep us until the next fiscal year started.
Okay.
But I want to triple check myself on that, and then I'll let you guys know.
We'll be having another meeting, right?
Several more meetings, yeah. Because our new fiscal year wouldn't start until July.
I really want Five Below.
I know.
I love that stuff.
Okay. No one has any other old business? Guess we'll go with the new business.
Okay, you should have a flyer for Light Up the
Time.
Park
10
in your
minutes.
packet. Tammy is in charge of the displays, and I've heard that's going really good.
It is.
We have, I mean, they're still coming in, and I've received 4 new applicants, so I'm thinking we're almost full. We probably won't be able to accept anybody else unless we expand. So, I
Okay.
know, I'm really excited.
Great. I know there was some updates done to the trolley, so that we'll be able to utilize that for Christmas in the park. And then for the Light Up Litchfield portion of that, we do have Lawler and Wilkie who'll do the caroling again, and then the Lions Club will serve cocoa. We get little Debbie's donated. So I think with the displays and then the event itself, if you've never been, please come, because I think it's a really special night. And that's on December 6th at 5 o'clock. Christmas on the Square is the very next day. The parade starts at 3:30, and then the event itself starts at 4:30. Tammy, myself, April, and Tiffany are on that committee, so we'll be out there, and we would love to see your faces. I want to back up to Light Up the Park for just a second. We've talked about this in the past, and it is in our budget, but I would like for it to be reflected in the minutes. Probably, years ago, 10, 12 years ago, we purchased a portable speaker, and it needs to be replaced desperately. I've done some research and found a Bose that we think would work for that event. The Historical Society uses it for their walking tours, and I thought maybe Tammy could utilize it some if she has an event that she could use a speaker that doesn't have to have a power source. That was, I spoke with Harold, I thought it was $6.99, but I would have to go back, I think it's $8.99. And that, I don't think we need a motion, I just want to update you guys. So that would be the speaker, a wireless transmitter. I would like to add to it, though, a mic stand, a wireless mic, and then a stand for the speaker itself.
We don't need a motion to.
You do not need a motion, I just want it reflected in the minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I had initially thought it would be up to $1,000, but with me being off a couple hundred on the speaker itself, it may be $1,200 or so. Okay, I'll keep going. Our December meeting falls on Christmas Eve.
No.
Yeah, I like you guys a
Ain't
lot,
nobody
but
gonna
I
be
would
here.
love. So I don't know, just be thinking on that, and next month we can decide if we want to meet, you know, a week prior to.
Okay,
Okay.
We're not going to meet.
okay.
Yes. Okay. Okay, perfect. So, and that included the wireless transmitter, but not that, so I think the 1,200 would be safe then.
Yeah.
And I'll report back on that next month.
What's the route for the parade?
So it'll start at the fairgrounds. Last year, do you recall how it came from the fairgrounds and it stopped at the church, at that red light?
Yeah.
There, and then the crowd just kind of came onto the square.
Okay. I just wondered if it was gonna be the same.
Yeah, yeah. So, we have 20,000 budgeted for the Center on Main for maintenance and upkeep. And I was looking earlier in the week, we need to replace 6-foot tables. So I would like to spend, and we don't need a motion for this either,
Okay.
but I do want it reflected.
Okay.
I would like to spend up to $1,000 to replace the 6-foot tables with black 6-foots. And I think that should get us around 15 tables. I just want you guys to take a mental note of this, and then we'll talk about it more at the next meeting. Kelly Stevenson had mentioned probably 6 months ago about maybe putting plaques on each of the buildings going around the courthouse, given their history. And that's just, I don't know, it's been kind of forgotten about, I think, and they've been doing walking tours. But I spoke with Denny, because the walking tours are going over so well, and we thought we could maybe put a plaque with a little QR code on it, and then people could do that on their own and hit the QR code and see the history pop up on their phone, because every business may not want a big plaque, on the side of their building. Yeah, I think so too. So he's going to do some research on it too, and I told him that I thought that we would be interested in funding the small plaques with the QR code, and I'll keep you guys posted. I do not have any additional business.
Nothing else? Anyone? I tell you, 15.
I need to talk slower, don't I?
No, a couple of 3 minutes, slow in starting.
Who's in charge of the, I guess, Tammy, the parade, the Christmas parade?
That'd be the Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. I made the meeting a little longer.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
Thank you, Carla.
This year, do you remember what the theme is? Gingerbread?
Oh.
Gingerbread.
Oh, cute.
And Tammy has a theme for Christmas in the park, too.
Yeah, since we have, like 60 people there, I figured it would be way too much gingerbread, so I did Toyland Gingerbread Christmas. So
Oh,
it'd give a little bit more variety.
Yeah. Nice.
I try to match the parade just because some of the people will utilize that information.
Right.
And some of them start working on it in June, so I have to think quick.
Yeah.
Does anyone know anything about the musical group that's called Millerstown?
Yes.
Do you?
So Nick Ramsey is in that.
Oh, okay.
And
That's
yeah,
Nick's band.
yeah. They
Okay.
just performed at Scare on the Square, and they're going to be at the Alice Theater.
Yeah, that's
So-
what I seen.
Yeah, that's one of the groups that we're going to sponsor. Tourism is going to sponsor that band for the Alice Theater.
So Nick Ramsey's, that's the only one that you know. There's 3 in it, aren't
There is. It's Pat. I'm going blank. There are 3 or 4 in the group, and they're
Yeah.
really good.
Okay. Anything else?
Pat Willis, I think.
Pat
Yeah.
Willis.
That's it.
Motion to,
I'll make a motion.
Second.
all right, motion made and second. Everybody stand up.